with an opening statement from head coach Dawn Sullivan, and then we will open it for questions.
Cool. Excited to be here. Excited you guys are all here as well. What a fun season, right? Some would say great season. When you're looking at just, we finally got our top 25, right? One of the top in the SEC. We have many people top of this conference. Marina with 7 assists, Jordan with aces, two outsides that are killing it. Maya with her digs per set. So some would see this as a great season. What I actually see it more as is just how this team has come together has been really, really special. And I think you've probably seen it, but most of it's that quiet work that you actually don't see behind the scenes. And I think that's what makes this group so special is they put in that work every single day. They're truly living into their values, meaning love, family, and grit. And I'm going to kind of lean on that grit for a second because I think that's what you guys are seeing every day is just that their love to compete. And I think when they step on the court, they have that mindset. They are going to go longer and harder than anybody else. They trust each other, and they just really believe that this team, hard is what's going to define our greatness. So really excited about this season. It's not done yet, right? Got a lot left. Got a fun one this weekend, and so I'll open it up.
Coach, you talked a little bit about that top 25 ranking, but how does it feel to get into that top 25 after being just outside, but also, getting into that top 25 for the first time as head coach at Mizzou?
Yeah. I don't know if it feels much different to me, is what I'll tell you. I mean, I've seen it all season. I've seen this team grow and become better and better every week, week in and week out, just by all of that work they do when no one sees them. And so, it was going to come. Their time was going to come. And so really excited for this team to finally have that moment, but it's just a number. It still depends on, okay, how are we going to show up on Friday and what are we going to do? And so I love that this team, they got after it again yesterday in practice, and they just keep working.
Coach, from where the program was, the ascension in the past couple of years has been pretty fast. What about this team do you think is ready to make potentially an SEC title run?
It's that grit. This team, they really live into those values. They love every minute of it. They care about each other tremendously. But the grit that they show day in and day out, if you can consistently do that every single day, I think that is what's going to get you really far. Can you handle that hard, right? Can you be okay with your back against the wall? And it's like, we're not quitting. I think that is what's going to help define this team is that greatness and that how will they handle that hard.
Coach Michael Vernon, just what's the impact that she's been able to have for you this year?
Yeah, unbelievable, right? She is one of those outsides that are firing all cylinders right now. And I think we have some of the best pins in the nation as a whole, and so it's really hard for teams to defend us, which allows us to have a lot of success on the offensive side. And so she's this high flyer, big arm, right? But then we have a lot of other pieces that complement her very well. And so Michael's been incredible for us, is what I'll share, and very excited that she's part of our program.
Yeah, with her, when she was in the portal as a grad transfer there, just, what did that process look like of that being a fit, and how eye-catching was what she put on tape to that point?
Yeah, it was what you see, is what I'll tell you. She actually went in the portal when I first got here. So after year one, she went in, she actually pulled her name out. So before she had pulled her name out, we had already some conversations with her, and then she decided she was going to stay at Oregon State. When she went in the second time after that second season, I met, like she was on speed dial. I'm like, okay, Michael, let's make this happen. And once we were able to finally get her out to a visit and have some more conversation, and she fits us. She is gritty and she loves to compete, and she actually shines in those moments. And so I think that it was a perfect fit.
When you were looking in the portal preseason, what was your pitch to potential players, prospects about playing for Missouri?
Yeah. I think we had showcased what we could do in a very short time, and no matter where I've been, I've had success pretty quickly. And so part of it's just us. It's Mizzou is an incredible academic school. The atmosphere is incredible, but then our coaching staff is top notch. And so they're going to come play for a staff that really cares about them and about their development, but also can have success and be loved. And so that's a big pitch for us, but to come and make a mark and make an impact is also huge for them.
Coach, how do you keep the team focused? First place in the SEC, a lot of media attention, getting ranked. How do you just keep them focused on, we play Florida on Friday and the next game?
Yeah. All season it's been about we're going to outwork someone, and every day before practice we do a mindset. So I think that helps them just kind of stay calm and take a breath. Sometimes it's a little bit more energy, sometimes it's a little bit more calming. And they have a swaggy statement. So it's about just who we are. How do you stay focused every day, right? When you show up, you got to have some very, very intentional things you're going to take care of. And so I think how we approach practice every day, when you walk on the court, what we do, our word of the day, and the way we empower them to take ownership of that. And that allows them, it's all in their hands, right? And I think they know that, and we have a very strong leadership within this group that they're going to take and run with it.
Personally, what has this team and this season taught you as a coach?
Yeah. What this season's taught me as a team, what this team has taught me as a coach this season, every team is so different and unique, right? And I think I knew that, but every season I think you have to figure out what is the group you have and where do they thrive. And this team really thrives on hard work. They thrive when their back's against the wall and they have to compete. And so as I plan practice, as I put some pieces in place, it's always competition. I was actually just telling, we were talking out in the hallway as I was waiting to come in here. Before practice the other day, we had a little calf love, a little competition between one-on-one against players, and they have to see who can touch the other person's calves the most. It seems silly, right? But it's incredible, the love that comes out and just the way they care for each other and they compete. And so as soon as they can compete, they're all about it. If it's not competitions, they're like, yeah, oh, we're here. But if I put that competition on the line, they're like, okay, let's go.
One of the notable things that we've seen, especially in SEC play, has been the statistical improvement in the defense. But going up against one of the best offenses in the country in Florida, how are you feeling heading into that matchup, and then what have been the focuses in practice to try to limit their offense?
Yeah, Florida's great, right? And so are we. And so it's going to be a really fun match. One thing that we have to do is we need to slow down their right side, Martin. And she's attacking on the right side, she's attacking from the back row. And some ways we can do that is serving tough, getting them off the net so that she can't be just in system. And so our serve will continue to be a very high priority for us all week, but even this weekend. I think that is an area we can definitely attack and get them out of system. Second is how do we get our left side block, right? How do we slow her down? We're very fortunate. Michael is one of the best blockers, I think, in the nation. I think you guys have all seen it all season, right? When she can go up and she takes away a really nice space. Can we get some nice matchups? Janet's really been improving, right? Taking away that space as well. And so I really like our matchups there. Our middle's closing, finishing with their hands being square and over. And so we're really focusing just on that serve. And then how do we be really disciplined with our block defense, meaning reading the game, fast feet, and just staying low and over.
Coach, Maya Sands had her dark roast coffee hit the shelves of Schnucks. Can you kind of talk about the impact NIL has on recruiting and just the program as a coach?
Yeah. It's a special space that these student athletes get to live in right now, and Maya Sands is one of the best, and so really grateful. She's really grateful that she has those opportunities in front of her, and we want to highlight those student athletes as much as we can.
Awesome, thank you, Coach.
Awesome, thank you guys. Oh, can I say one more thing? Our fans rock. You guys know that, right? Our fans absolutely rock. I think we were over 3,000 in this last match versus South Carolina, 23rd in the nation, and they absolutely are rocking it. And so we have a big match, obviously Florida, but if you guys could help us get 5,000 fans out there, beat our record from last year. I think we had 5,400 last year, so let's beat that record, right? You guys got that? All right, let's go.